Hey everyone, welcome to the pinkmistpodcast, where I'll only be talking about politics and Dogecoin. So, I asked people what I should be recording and what this podcast should be about, and nobody was really any help at all. So, I think the best place to start first would be to give my thoughts on Israel and Palestine um, and how that's going and what I really think we should be doing as a country. No, I'm kidding. I think that'd be a terrible way to start this podcast, but it might. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. I also don't really like talking a lot, so doing a podcast is weird. But we'll see how it turns out. I'm currently working. I'm recording from my workstation, which is my countertop next to my sink. Um, yeah, I'm working really hard right now. And I really don't have a direction for it either. The people I asked, one person said I should talk about music and beer, and I don't think I have any good opinions on any of that because nobody ever likes what I like to listen to or what I like to drink. Plus, I don't drink really at all. So, I don't think that would be very entertaining for anyone to listen to. Um, yeah, my music, usually when I turn it on, people just get kind of upset and wanted me to turn it off, which is fine. I don't like people anyways. That's why I'm doing a solo podcast, which I still don't know the direction of. I think it would be cool to, have some people on sometimes, but I don't think all the time because that's like a lot of coordination. And right now, a lot of people are doing like Zoom podcasts that are just kind of shitty quality and aren't fun. The other person I asked said I should talk about cum. I don't know. I mean, that's it. I did it. So we'll see how that goes. Um, yeah. So tiger was found in Houston because that's a thing. Its name was India, which happens to be where my girlfriend's father is from. So I'm allowed to talk about it. I have the right. It was found after a week. I don't know how you lose a tiger in a suburb for a week, but it seems to have happened. The man who owned it was named Victor, and he cared for it and loved it, and it's back in a good place now. I thought I saw that the guy who it was supposed to be like a fugitive from the law and was running with the tiger, but I saw it like a week ago, so that might have just been a made up story. But I think that's an interesting first topic, just kind of thing to, just break the ice of this podcast. Just, get us talking a little bit. Looks like the guy's bond is set at $300,000 for something. It is illegal to own a tiger in the city of Houston. Who would have thought? I think. Where does Mike Tyson have his? Is he in Las Vegas? Let's see. Mike Tyson tiger. I don't know why I'm looking this up and talking about it while I'm podcasting, but I'm kind of interested now. He sold it. It was white tiger, and he got a dog. So Mike Tyson has a dog and got rid of his tiger. So I hope you all wanted to know that. There's probably not a single person listening to this, but that's okay. Mike Tyson's tiger was named Kenya. Kenya, India. I guess tigers are named after countries. I'd name mine Canada if I had one, but I don't. What else is going on in the news? COVID's a thing. Remember that? Yeah. We don't have to wear masks anymore if you're vaccinated, but there's no way to tell who's vaccinated, and it's wrong to ask someone for their vaccination card, apparently, which I don't really get, but I don't know. I'm vaccinated. Does that upset you? I hope so. Yeah, and since I don't really have a direction of it yet, I'm just going to do a podcast for my friends to listen to while they're at work. because they all have jobs where they have to do things, and I can just sit here and do things on my work computer while also doing other things, which is kind of nice. Um, they all have to like go into office. They're all real estate agents, which is cool, but they all have to deal with people. And I don't talk to people. This is the most talking I've done in a year and a half, a year since I moved back home. Because I just sit inside and watch movies now. Have you ever seen The Deer Hunter? That movie fucked me up for a couple days. It didn't seem like it would, and then the next day I woke up and I was still kind of sad. Um, yeah, if spoiler alert, but when the dude kills himself at the end and Robert De Niro is just holding his head, like crying, yelling at him to wake up, like, Nicky! Nicky! It's fucked up, and it had me fucked up for a couple days. Um, and then there's like that dude who looks like Chris Farley, but is not. And Chris Farley also kind of looks like Tim Dillon. But the dude, he like sings "God Bless America," and then it's sad. Don't watch it, but you should. It's a good movie, but I'd probably only watch it once. It also takes a really long time to watch. It's like a 3-hour movie, and I had to watch it in like 3 sittings. It was really good, but I'm never gonna watch it again in my life. What else did I watch recently? I watched The Lighthouse again. I can't get anybody to watch that movie. I think it's awesome. The way it's filmed is so cool, and I just like little like islands with a little lighthouse, and you just have your little snacks in the little kitchen, and then you go up in the lighthouse, and you just kind of look out, and you make sure boats don't crash, but it's also kind of weird, mermaids and Robert Pattinson like masturbating to a wooden figure of a mermaid, and Willem Dafoe like farting, which is cool. He's a good actor. He was in a Wes Anderson movie that I watched called The Life Aquatic, which was I didn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't like really get into it. I was also like cleaning, I think, when I did it, but it's an all right movie. I'll probably watch it again sometime, try and get a better feel for it. But his best movie ever is The Boondock Saints. What's his name in that movie? Detective something or other. It's... God damn it. There was a firefight. Fuck. Sorry for my swearing. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I think I am. I don't give a shit. What is his name? FBI Special Agent Paul Smecker. The Fag Man. What did you say? The Fat Man. That guy from the movie. Yeah, it's a good ass movie. It's the second one wasn't great. It was funny. It was enjoyable. Norman Reedus is just associated now with Daryl from The Walking Dead, which I haven't watched in like 7 years, but I think it's still on. But I just couldn't really. Once they killed like everybody on that show, like I think, did the baby die? I think Carl died. He was kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know. Fuck The Walking Dead. Why am I talking about it? My friend Jack wants to bike the entire WNOD trail. If anybody listens to this that I don't know, I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, so the WNOD trail is like a 45-mile long trail. And before I had done it, or before I even thought about it, I was like, yeah, that'll be easy. Let's do it. And then I went and biked 8 miles on the bike I would take, a mountain bike. And I felt like I was going to die. It's not easy because it's kind of hilly, and biking is actually kind of hard. So, but he wants to do 45 or 50 miles from like Arlington to Purcellville, and I was like, okay. And then now I'd have to do that at some point. Pretend I'm not a bitch. But he might listen to this and hear it, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I got cool shades though for it, and I got like 3 compliments from actual cyclists because they're like cyclist Oakleys. So I at least look the part, but I didn't have a helmet on because I don't have a helmet. I don't know if I should get one because they're important, but they look weird. So I don't know what to do. Um, what do you guys think I should do for this podcast? I don't have the greatest voice. I kind of have a voice for, pictures. I have a voice for GIFs where you don't hear anything, get the joke. But I don't know. I definitely think I should talk a lot about cryptocurrency, talk about politics, talk about Elon Musk. I think that's what everybody's kind of itching to hear my opinions on. Talk about our Lord and Savior, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, the trifecta. I saw a thing yesterday that apparently, first of all, Rudy Giuliani's son is 31, but when I saw his picture, he looked like he was a 45-year-old man. But when he was he worked for the Trump administration, and he was the liaison of sports and was paid like $95,000 to like tell Trump about sports going on and just play golf, which I think is a pretty fucking cool job. I'm not gonna lie. Like just watching sports and then being like, I mean, I guess you can do it on ESPN, but like this job, you don't really have to go in front of anybody besides like one guy who doesn't really know what's going on half the time because he's a little coked up and can't really, pay attention to much from coke. So I think it'd be a cool job. Just making up shit and reading him the sports page for a little bit. I think that might have always been a job just for older people. You just read them the sports and tell them what's going on, give them a sponge bath, and put them to sleep. Once again, Jack, this one's for you. I am drinking a beer. It's from Aslan, but I got it at a gas station. It's the Aslan Brewers Series IPA number 3. It's got a cool can. And congratulations, I did what you said too. So I guess the next thing we can do is read my horoscope from CoStar. Let's see. Today, nothing makes sense. You fixate on their image. You scroll through their ex's social and accidentally like something from 3 years ago. Oh, this is just a today through Friday. Are you painting? What? Do ex's t-shirt, distractions, and pangs. Don't bad guitar covers. You know who. Burn bridges and punching down. No, today I was just worried about money and making money, and because that's all we worry about. The world is kind of in a inflationary period where it seems like stuff is getting more expensive, but people aren't really making as much money. I guess Clubhouse is expanding its app to Android. I got on Clubhouse 3 months ago, used it once, and never opened it again. I turned off notifications from it because it annoyed the living shit out of me. Nobody interesting or ever was really on it, and apparently I really didn't do anything, stupid there, because most people I've heard that have used it say that it's just people peddling shit and are never doing anything but sitting on it talking. I don't know if any of you have ever used Clubhouse, but it's not something I really recommend. Like, it's cool, the idea of it, but it's just people who all think they're smart, and I'm definitely not one of those people. I don't think I'm that smart. But I would like to at least be self-aware to know that I'm not, worthy to be listened to as you sit there listening to this. But yeah, if you want to turn it off, like, go ahead. I wouldn't really blame you. But we're trying here, okay? We're trying. I don't really know anything about shit, but that's cool. Basically, what I'm going to do is just try and figure out the direction of this podcast, kind of come up with things to talk about, go into a little bit more depth than today. I'm just kind of trying it out right now. I'm just giving a little chit chat just to, test the waters, see the setup, the editing. I might probably won't edit a thing, but I'm just gonna, try and work through this and just give it a little test run. And as time goes on, it'll become more polished, and the better thing. Because I guarantee you, in like a year or so, I'm gonna look back on this one and just be like, fucking delete that shit right off the internet because it is god awful. But I won't. I'll leave it up. I'll probably do usually longer too. 4-7 hours. Just talking. No, I'll probably do like an hour. Today I'm probably gonna do 20-ish minutes and just try it out. Try and do maybe 1 or 2 a week so that I can give somebody something to listen to, the 4 people who are going to listen to this, which is cool. It might be 0. And if you say you're going to listen to it and don't, that's okay. But we're going to use a code word so I'll know you actually listen to it. And the code word is going to be spider monkey. So if you can tell me spider monkey and you text it to me or say it to me, I'll know you actually listened to it. But if I say, oh, did you like it? Did you listen to the whole thing? And you go, yeah, it was cool. And I'll say, how did you like how I ended it? And you go, oh, yeah, it was good. I think it all went well. I don't know, you didn't listen to it, which is okay. I'll just know who you are. So we'll see. I like that idea. Yeah, so now it's time to get to the ads of this section. And that was the end of the ads. Thanks for all our sponsors so far. We appreciate you, and we look forward to working more with you. I can't believe how weird it feels to be recording a podcast sitting in my kitchen while my dog eats a rawhide behind me. It's weird to just feel like I'm just talking to myself. I feel like people are outside my door just listening and being like, what the fuck is he talking about? Is he talking to himself? And like a Son of Sam documentary is playing in the background, and like it just has like a weird vibe. I don't know. It's just it's strange. It's uncomfortable, which I guess it's always going to be because I'm not used to it. But hopefully over time that goes away. But yeah, any critiques, suggestions, thoughts, I really actually would appreciate them. I would really like to, make this a thing. It's something that I feel like I enjoy, like trying and doing. And just, any way that I could make it better or more interesting, or if you have suggestions on things to do during it, like, I don't know, cross-stitching, tell me. And I think that'd be very useful to me. So, thank you guys for listening, and go fuck yourselves.